Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Magical Shante 888. If this is your first time, welcome. And again, welcome back. So I am here to do our spirit guide readings for 2023, the messages that we may need to hear from our spirit guides. If you are ready to hear those messages, make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned. All right. The cards that I'm using to start off this reading are my rune cards, and these will help just to get the overall gist of what is going to be going on, or what you may be able to look out for. Um, Nothing is absolute, nothing is actual and factual. Just take it as you need to take it. If you want to take it, take it. If not, leave it on the table. I take no offense. Okay. Um, so, um, I am going to go ahead and pull a card, and then I'll get into the spirit guides, um, messages, and I'll decide which deck I will use. And I think I already have an idea of which deck I'm going to use. And this is for the air signs. Air signs include Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, right? Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So let's see what you guys have going on. I am sitting in my bed, so if you hear my bed move, and I have the fan on because it's hot, so it might be a little noisy. All right. And the card that we have is Commitment. And that is pronounced, I want to say T-Y. All right. And so let me get my handy dandy book. I do have my Lakshmi incense going. She is the goddess of abundance, fertility, wealth, beauty. I always have these. These are like my favorite incense to have. So let's just, while I'm looking, let's see, T-Wise. Let's pick this a little, it's new, so it kind of like doesn't stay on the page. Pardon me. Hello? I'm doing a video. I'll call you back. I'm doing a video. I will call you back. Bye. Alright. Pardon that interruption. Alright, so I found T-Wars. The translation is commitment, sacrifice, victory, leadership, principles. Symbolized as an upwardly pointing arrow, T-Wars is about justice, which is very fitting. I believe that in tarot, the justice card is represented by Libra, I want to say. Leadership and what is doing right. When this rune appears, it can hint at making a sacrifice for the greater good. You may be called upon to put your personal ambitions aside for the moment to do something that's more urgent or important right now. You may need to take care of a loved one who is ill or make a compromise in a relationship or at work. While it may feel frustrating, the rewards will be rich in the long run, and you will earn the respect and gratitude of others for your efforts. T-Wars is about integrity, fairness, and staying true to your convictions. When taking action, it is important that you stick to your principles and don't stray from your values. Very fitting because the Leos, the lions, are very regal in nature and do stick to their Leos typically. Well, there are some Leos that be lying. I want to say it's the males, but let me not get on that. Anyways, um, when taking action, it is important that you stick to your principles and don't stray from your values. T. Ross is also encouraging you to go after goals right now with courage and commitment. The theme of sacrifice pops up again. You may need to make some of the time or financial kind, but it will be worth it to make your dreams happen. It's a fact. Very fitting. I concur. All right. So, what I'm going to do is go ahead and use my Work Your Light Oracle deck. If you can see that, Work Your Light Oracle deck. One of my favorite Oracle decks. Also, all of my Oracle decks are my favorites. So, I can't really, it's like children. You don't have like, my favorite is whoever I'm talking to at that time. That's it. To make you feel special. And not because I feel like I need to, but that's just what I do. Anyway, so, I'm going to go ahead and speak a prayer. So I'm going to take a moment of silence and go ahead and just pray over this reading and go ahead and get into it. All right. And so it is. All right. Let's get into it. So initially we got commitment. Maybe needing to take a step back to redo something as far as commitments are involved. I don't know if I'm even. Listen, I've been drinking. um, and a little disclaimer, like the song that's popping up in my head is that Chris Brown song. Fucking rubber tussin'. I don't know why this shit got me lazy. Okay, and this is the thing. The disclaimer about Chris Brown is that his the way that he is and the way that he handles women, I do not agree with at all. And it literally kind of goes against everything that I've worked for as far as like my self worth and things that I'll accept and what I won't accept. But you cannot deny that he makes great fucking music. Like, and the thing about it is that the argument and the gag is that people can argue the same thing about, R. Kelly. Because, yeah, we can agree on that, but he is a monster. And I really kind of feel the same about Chris Brown, although there are no allegations of him, doing anything to minors. But he's done it to women, and there's been many accounts on it um, of it happening. Maybe many people have not come out, but there's been, at least two famous women, so he's a womanizer, it seems like. However, that's kind of how I'm feeling. That song is kind of how I'm feeling. And I hate to even use him as a reference. I really do. And I really like, I want to love Chris Brown, but it's hard because, first of all, I could go on a whole freaking rant. I don't even know why I'm on this topic. I don't even know. But he doesn't even like darker complected women like myself. Like, I don't consider myself like super dark, but I'm brown. And I would definitely be darker than what he would like. And honestly, who gives a fuck? Because I only like and want who wants me. Okay? Period. But the point is just that it's that stuff and along with the other things that I'm just like, it's hard for me to like fully support him and speak on the shit that I speak on as far as self love and knowing yourself and knowing your worth. It's hard for me to like correlate the two because they don't really correlate. And I kind of feel like it's fake of me to be like, oh yeah, you know, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. If I listen to the fucking song, like, whatever. I can admit it. I can admit it that I listen to Chris Brown. Like, this song is so fucking catchy. It fucking is. All right. Okay. So maybe you guys are going through some conflicting things when it comes to this commitment, because I was just talking about this and I was just having the same kind of thought. And it says, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? I just felt like that was fitting because I was just going back and forth on how I felt about Chris Brown and his whole situations and things of that nature. And I just felt like it didn't necessarily align with who I am these days. You know, I'm not afraid to admit I'm I won't necessarily say ashamed, because my frontal lobe was not fully developed when I made this nasty remark. But a little story time, and I think everybody felt this way, or people who just have dealt with trauma and accepted trauma and normalized trauma. When I was younger and he had that whole thing with Rihanna, like, I was adamant that it was her fault. And I don't know why I'm confessing this right now, but maybe somebody needs to confess something and just let it go. But yeah, I will admit that it was heinous of me to say, oh yeah, she did something, so she probably deserved it. If anyone were to come to me and say something like that, I would probably chew their freaking head off, because my thoughts and my views on, especially anything having to do with anybody hitting each other, it has changed drastically. So I see things completely differently, but I can take accountability for something that I said when I was a young girl, 20 years old. I mean, I was an adult, but very immature, very closed minded, very like, because I swore, like, and because of weird envy of, another woman just saying, oh, it was her fault. Like, that, what kind of dumb shit is that? Like, if that is not victim blaming, and having been victim blamed myself, it spoke. It spoke. It's a whole dissection of things. But this is why I'm saying certain things just don't align anymore. And sometimes, even with the commitment, sometimes things pop up and it just kind of doesn't work anymore. So align your life with whatever it is that you need to align it to. If that's recalibrating, definitely, this says awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. We're getting a lot of this energy. There's a lot of this energy going on with all the readings. I did the fire signs, and the fire signs was about the rune Iwaz, which represents death, but also a rebirth. And a rebirth is awakening, um, realigning, all of that. So it seems like they're all connecting. So I definitely recommend that you go check out the fire signs and the water signs reading, because they are all interconnected. They really and truly are. Um, it's it seems like 2023 is going to have some things for us to really learn. That's what it seems like. Next we have Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, which also kind of is fitting for what it was that I was just speaking on about the Chris Brown thing, and just how at one point, I resonated with his music, and I resonated with just him, like, because I thought he was so cute, I thought he was attractive, like, I grew up listening to him. I had his first album. I believe I went to see him in concert. Yeah, like, I was probably like 16 or 17. He came here with Neo. I almost want to say that he didn't come though. I want to say that Neo came and some other people came, but I don't know if we saw Chris Brown, or either I was late or something happened, because he was so young. So he probably was one of the first performers, because he was new. Like, when you're new, you're the opening act. You're not the full show. So, anyways, um, the next thing is the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So again, kind of going back to that commitment because it kind of fell on the commitment part. Um, that doesn't always mean anything, but I'm just saying. With this commitment, it may feel like it's overwhelming, but align yourself to the awakening that's happening and understand that you have a purpose, you have a mission here. And recognize that the things that happen to you are not happening to you, they're happening for you. Easier said than done. When you're actually experiencing, you're like, whenever you're actually experiencing it, you are like, what is this? What is this? I want to get off. Okay? What is it? But we also have counsel of light, divine orchestration, helpers, and subtle realms. Okay? So while you're going through this awakening, while you're going through this test of time, while you're going through this shift and this change, as we all are, new commitments coming up, new things coming up, understand that you are being divinely guided and that this is a divine orchestration. This was written in the stars, if you want to say that. It was unbeknownst to you, but now you may have an idea that there's something that may be coming up that will challenge you, but you'll grow. And it will open up another level of awakeness or of awakening for you. Um, and it will allow you and cause you to align your life with what actually works and let go of what does not work. And again, you're divinely guided as you do so. Helpers and subtle realms. All right. Um, so let's see. Let me go ahead and clarify with my personal deck as soon as I can find it. I have all these cards on my bed. All right. And let me just shuffle these. All right. So the first card that I have is Mind Over Matter, and that's going over commitment. So whatever the situation is, the new adjustments that have to be made, mind over matter is going to be needed. All right. Align your life. It says you manifest your life in the present now. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. And awakening. Let's see. We have just say yes. And the Pleiades. All right. We have even back then with the tears in my eyes, I always knew I was the shit. And that's for double mission, channeling, and uplifting humanity. And for the ever folding rose, we have my love is blind, can't you see my desire? So that could be love. And for Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helper in Subtle Realms, we have Gotta Blame It on My Juice. I mean, juice can be the ancestors, it can be your guides. Because to other people who maybe are not in tune or in touch with their guides, or even know that they have guides other than the one that they were, the one that they may know, if it's just one or whatever. And it's not to down anybody who has just one, or whatever it is that you have. Okay. Other people may look at it as, damn, she got the juice. Like, I don't know. Thinking like, damn, she's lucky. Like, look at how she handles this situation. Like, and the thing about it is that people don't even be knowing the half of what it is that you go through, because you only show them a small portion of what it is. They see that you got the brand new car, they see that you got the brand new house, they see that you got the brand new whatever the fuck, and they're thinking, damn, like, how did she get that? And it's just like, it's not really your business, because you don't really understand the things that I have to deal with behind the scenes. You don't even really understand the stuff that I have to like adjust to and that I had to figure out along the way. You're just seeing this portion. It's kind of like when people say that, oh, somebody was an overnight sensation. No, they probably worked their ass off for a good 10 years and they got there. And these days, fame is a little bit easier to obtain than it was, you know, 10, 15 years ago. Back then, you had to know somebody to get famous. These days, YouTube is the way to go, or social media, TikTok, whatever, you know. But a lot of people will just see things and not really see them. Do I want to say? Do I want to say face value? No. Um, they'll just see things from where they're at, and to them, you have this big old house on a hill, and they're a little bit lower down. They have a house, they have, everything that they need, and they're looking at yours, and it looks so much bigger. You got a pool, it's shining, you know, and they're like, man, it sure looks nice up there, and it's just like, it's really the same size as yours. But if you were focused on what it is that you have, then you wouldn't be worried about what I got. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me go ahead and pull Angels of Abundance Oracle cards to get clarity on everything. Angels of Abundance, what messages do you have for us? And this is for the air signs, the Aquarius, Geminis, and Libras. All right. Visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such a great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. And so it is, my dear. Um, so yeah, overall, we read about the commitment, the need to sacrifice. There may be some leadership that you have to step into, um, and or just making a compromise. Just making a compromise. That is definitely where that mind over matter will come in. If you have to compromise something with a partner, per se, not being so quick to jump into your emotions and be quick to anger. Easier said than done. I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. But be more receptive. Listen. Listen more. Listen to understand and not to respond. That will help out a lot with if you're having to communicate, if you are having to compromise with someone or a job or anything of that nature, that will help a lot. Um, and just understand that it's divinely orchestrated and that you have so many guides behind you, protecting you, known and unknown. They're there to guide you every step, every step of the way. It might feel like you're by yourself, but you're not. Like, you're never really alone. It's a mindset. All right, and so this is the air signs reading. Let me go ahead and write this down real quick. So that way I have that. All right. Make sure that y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. I am Magical Shante 888. Check out my other videos. I have already done the water signs and the fire signs. As I mentioned, it seems like it is the same type of thing. There's a lot of change that's coming in for us, and for us, these spirit guide messages are for us to be able to be prepared for 2023, to walk through with our head up, shoulders back, chin up, shoulders back, back straight, secure and sure of ourselves, even when these things come up and um, we may not know how to handle them. Just posturing up. Um, But cry if you need to. Cry if you need to. Release if you need to, to get through it. Get through it the best way that you know how without judging yourself so harshly. That's all that I can say. Um, Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, share, comment, subscribe. I am Magical Shante 888. I'm going to go on to the amazing Earth signs. All right? And so I'll check you in the next one.